Family, we've got a fun one. So I think in previous videos I'd said that I was going to stop purchasing Balisongs because I'm trying to tame my collecting, and would you know it, new things come out that kind of catch my interest. If I'm being perfectly honest, the Balisong I'm most excited about right now is coming from Revenge of the Blades, and I'm totally escaping on the name of it even, but it looks really cool. It kind of has like fighter jet like milling, and it just looks really technical. And honestly, Revenge of the Blades makes some really cool and rare Balisongs. This is not that. This is actually one that caught my attention for some different reasons. The affordability. Someone in the Balisong space that makes really expensive Balisongs decided, hey, you know what? It's finally time for me to get into the aluminum Balisong space and make something that's more affordable and accessible to the community. And by golly, they did it. Who am I talking about? Well, you're already seeing the video, so I'm wasting my time going off on here, but I'm talking about a guy by the name of JK Design. So the guy who makes the Embargo, which I've got right here, and the Light Tech and the Monarch, very controversial Monarch, and the Orca, a lot of favorites from folks. He also does machining for, or has done machining for, A51 on the Apollo, and the Phobos, which we've got a Phobos Horizon over here. So we're going to look at his brand new Balisong, which is right here. It's aluminum, the Regime. So let's go ahead and get this out of the very nice packaging. So JK is known for his taco cases, and this one has the wonderful taco case here. He also has some new updated cards that he is, like authenticity cards that he's including, which are pretty cool, and they're like, metal and lasered, and they make it a little more special. So the other cool thing is he's got all of his knives featured on the back, and if you didn't notice, I actually unboxed this with the Outpost. So this is a pretty sick folder that he makes, and they're relatively rare. I like it. I think it's a great little pocket knife. But yeah, this one is the Regime 10-year anniversary. It was completed on May 30th, and I don't know if this has a number or not. It doesn't look like he's numbering these ones. I think they're probably on the blade, so we'll see what the blade number is. But anyways, yeah, pretty cool authenticity card. Hopefully that's showing up in frame. And let's get into the actual Regime. So JK asked me to spend some time with it before I'm too critical of it. Here's the deal. A lot of people have been saying it's light, and I gotta say, it is pretty light. It feels very light. So first flips here. Wow, I actually love how it looks. Let's just look at it before we flip it. So this is number 161, and then it's got the cool little JK Design 10 years in there. I don't know if this is all showing properly, but we've got a cool harpoon blade shape, and then the aluminum handles. Something really cool that JK did was he did the aluminum anodizing in-house. And the way that anodizing works with aluminum is you're actually dyeing the aluminum. It's not electrolysis. Well, you're applying the dye by electrolysis, if I remember correctly, but it's not the same as anodizing titanium, where you are forming a layer of oxidation on the titanium through, setting it at a certain voltage. With the aluminum, you're applying it through electrolysis, and it's a dye. So that's how you can get colors like red. Oh, wow, that fan. And JK said that he is someone who likes to do a lot of fans in his flipping, and this one definitely fans nicely. This is very sharp. One of the things with JK's knives is he doesn't mess around with the sharpness, and boy is this sharp, and boy does this like flip probably in my favorite space of all of his knives. Just on Reddit today, I saw someone say how they like it more than the Cray Kraken, and I gotta say, yeah, I like this a lot more than the Cray Kraken. I sold my Cray Kraken because because it never grew on me, and I didn't feel like I was using it ever to like get myself better. The way it felt in my hand was very slippery, and it just didn't, I felt like I was fighting it all the time, you know? And if you feel like you're fighting the Balisong all the time, you're just not going to use it. This one I already find agreeable to me. My shitty sound test. And because I figured that it was going to be really sharp, God, I just love that. I figured I would go ahead and tape it off live while we're on camera. So let's go ahead and put some tape on it. Golly jeepers, that is a good looking blade though. S35VN steel, which is typical. Oh wait, no, he did a different steel for this actually. One sec, I think it's VG1. Let me see. We're gonna find out exactly. I'm just gonna bring up the stats here. Yeah, these are super light. Just bringing up the stats here on it. Okay, so 75 aluminum. Nitro V is the blade steel. So that's a pretty, you know, corrosion resistant steel, and a little bit more budget friendly for JK to be able to offer this at the price of $300. So yeah, $300 for this. Honestly, I regret resisting for the week that I did. I should have bought it sooner. He also creates some TPU inserts for these, which will add some weight if you're seeking that weight. But honestly, this is flipping really neutral right now, and I really like it. I think it's going to become a staple in my... Wow, that just goes where you want it to go. Yeah, I don't think I need to wait long to give the review. I think I'm saying right now this is a total buy for me. Like, if you're looking for a neutrally balanced something, I personally love to fan. DJ Eyeless Pyro had a funny thing where he was just like, you know, all you do is get the knives and fan. He wasn't calling me out, he was calling out someone else. That being said, I do a lot of fans because I'm a pretty basic, what is it, new gen flipper? Is that what they say? The new gen flippers do the fans because we don't really commit to anything else. Yeah, this is very neutral. Love how light and balanced it is. That's another thing. If you're someone coming from plastic Balisongs, this might be something that is more suitable to you. Gosh, I don't have a lot of aluminum Balisongs anymore. I gave away my Flightanium Talisong Z to a friend who thought it was cool, and then I gave him one of my trainers too. I think the only aluminum ones that I have left are from Machine Wise. Let's see here. So yeah, my only aluminum Balisongs I have left are from Machine Wise. And I've got the Prisma here. So I've got two Prismas, a slotted one and a full channel one, and then a Prisma. So two Prisma Pros and a Prisma. Much different feel than the Regime. But the Regime, let's tape this guy off and maybe go in the backyard and have some fun. Gosh, I like it right away. I'm gonna put these back actually. I don't know why I would leave them out. That would be poorly organized of me. We're just gonna leave all this in. I'm a very low effort person on these videos. I'm sorry that I don't put in higher effort for you guys like editing, but to edit takes time, and you know, I could take the time to edit and have it be so much better, or I could just do it live. So the way that I tape off a Balisong, I typically do it in two pieces. I'll do one piece to go along the straight path of the blade. And so that's mostly the straight path of the blade, and I'll curl it over. Now here's the other thing with taping. It does add a minimal amount of weight to the blade. So it's going to make it a little bit different than if you were to just not tape it. But with that, you don't get cuts. So, you know, the benefits sometimes outweigh the weight difference. And we're talking some grams, so it's technically noticeable in your flipping. Also, this one is a finished blade, so the tape isn't wanting to apply nearly the same. And then around the curve, I'll usually just kind of do a larger piece that'll wrap around the tip as well. That way we don't, and you kind of treat it almost as if it's like a tonto, like it's a straight edge, so that you can get over that belly. And fold that back, and fold that over. And it's not like, you know, perfection that we're going for. I'm just trying to reduce the potential to get cut when I'm doing aerials, because I like to put my blades through the test a little bit. And so now, messed up the balance a little bit, but I don't have to worry about getting cut. So I think we'll do a little pause on the video here and maybe go to the backyard to really try this thing out. Boy, is that weird and different. And yeah, gosh. All right. And I will say, with the tape on it, I can already feel how it's affecting the balance minimally, but enough to where it's not going to be the authentic experience that you would have if you weren't, you know, scared like I am, because this is a pretty gosh darn sharp blade. That's another thing with the Nitro V. You can get Nitro V very, very sharp. It's highly capable of getting super sharp. It kind of has similar properties to AEBL, if I remember correctly, and AEBL is often used in like razor blades, or can be used in razor blades. So, and get like razor sharp while holding the edge. So anyways, let's pause and go to the backyard.